hand this back over to Chris. Milo.
I was gonna say, that sounds so weird, Aaron Chris.
I'm sorry, Milo. Back to Milo.
All right, so guys, what is your disability? That's the huge question right here. You need to identify it for yourself. Do you know you have a disability, and have you ever looked it up? That's going to be huge. You're going to be able to learn what the symptoms are, learn what other people in your situation have dealt with, and how you can deal with it. It's not going to be so easy that you're going to not have to forge your own path, but it's a guideline, and it's a way to start. And if somebody asks, do you know how to explain your disability in a way that would help them understand and help them give you the best resources available?
And I have to say that this is actually, this is Rachel, this is actually my bedroom when I did a paper on learning disabilities, and I learned out so much. Sorry, it's coming to me now.
Yes.
I learned so much about my disability. I never actually looked it up until I did this paper, and this was freshman year in college. So this was last year, and I did not look it up. I wish I would have looked it up sooner. I learned famous people that have it that I didn't even know that have it. I think it's Tom Cruise. He gets his scripts read to him. So I think looking it up, finding famous people that kind of maybe have a similar disability than you do, kind of empowers you. I was like, Walt Disney kind of had dyslexia. Way cool. He was a cool dude. Look, he's got a theme park, and he can do that. You can do anything that you put your mind to. So I got to say that this is actually a legit picture in my room, me looking up my disability and writing a paper on it. So.
Great. Thank you, Rach. I'm going to turn this back to Milo.
Can you guys do that? All right, so your disability is going to affect you in a lot of different ways, especially for you guys in school. If you have a learning disability, it's obviously going to affect you in classes, even in social settings with your friends, how close you are with friends, how they perceive you, and how you see yourself. Basically, you're going to have to, while you're in school, create a support structure. Actually, for your whole life, you're going to have to create a support structure. Find out who your true friends are. Your family's always going to be there, and your teachers are the most important, in my opinion. They're the ones that are definitely going to give you the support that you need, point you in the direction of organizations that can help you, and basically mentor you.
Hey, Milo, what was your support structure? I mean, who were the folks that really helped you out when you were in school?
In grade school, it was a lot of the teachers, so you can understand how I feel about that. It was teachers and it was family. I never was really close with friends, like I said, until I got to college. High school, I met a lot of people, I knew a lot of people, but I never really felt connected to anybody. So I would say that my biggest support structure was definitely family, and my teachers impacted my life a ton.
Great, thanks. Rachel, do you have any...
What about you?
Great. Rach, how about you and this particular topic area? About how your disability affected you and your friends, and maybe a little bit about your support structure that you've used?
Hold on, let me get onto that slide. I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay. No problem.
My support structure was definitely growing up my mom. I didn't have many friends. I steered away because I thought I had it written across my forehead, the big R word that we don't say in the disability world. I just stuck to one friend since I was 4. I had one friend, and that's who I stuck to because I felt that she understood me, but she had to find out she still doesn't understand me, and she still questions my disability at times. But after I broke out of my shell and after the yoga event, I got more confidence in myself and more, I can do this, and this is not going to put me down. I'm not going to have to, I shouldn't have to worry about if I go out to the movies or something, if I'm going to have to like read or I'm going to have to ask to spell something or something like that. I shouldn't have to worry about that. And after getting empowered and after like learning about my disability and getting empowered by it, everything else kind of fell into place, and I didn't feel so like a big R word across my head or a big loser or anything like that. So my main support person was my mom. She advocated for me a lot, and once I got my own voice, I kind of advocated for myself, and she didn't know what to do about that. But my self-image changed and everything. Once you look it up and you start to get pride in yourself, your total image just switches. So.
Okay, thank you. Going to go ahead back to Chris for the next slide.
All right, guys, so how does your disability impact your future plans? Not everybody's going to have the same future in mind. Everybody has their own goals. But your disability is always going to affect you. It's always going to be in your life. It's part of you. So you got to ask yourself, how could it affect you going to college or any kind of post-secondary training that you may have? If you are, have a physical disability, is the campus, the training facility that you go to, is it going to be accessible? If you have learning disability, are they going to offer the right resources available to have you proceed in classes? And for me, this is a big one. How is it going to affect you getting a job? Like Rachel said, there's always preconceived notions out there about people with disabilities. It's always on people's mind. There's stereotypes all over the place. And it's going to affect how people look at you, whether you like it or not. If you go into an interview, from my standpoint, when I go into a job interview, the first thing they see is the wheelchair. And they automatically associate that with not being able to lift the object, not be able to do the work, need too many accommodations, whatever it may be. And part of your planning has to be accounting for that and knowing how to overcome that. How could your disability affect being independent? This is going to vary based on your disability. You need to know, again, this comes back to learning your disability, knowing your disability. What supports you're going to need, whether it be PC care, whether it be, for me, my kitchen's adapted so that I can cook, my bathroom's adapted so I can fit into it. So there's a whole wide range.
And Mielo, you have a pretty cool job that you do. You went to college for, and I think you have your own place and stuff. And I know in talking with a lot of young folks, that is something that they would also aspire to do. But I know that didn't just magically all happen for you. And what were some of the struggles you kind of faced in getting to where you are now?
I've actually been pretty lucky in that regards, I would say, but then it wasn't without its struggles. As far as my job goes, when I left college, I couldn't find anything. I ended up working retail for a number of years and hating every minute of it. I finally decided that what I wanted to do was, this was actually right after the recession, all my hours got cut, I got laid off, and I didn't get a promotion because of the disability. So what I opted to do was try and forge my own path, which isn't been easy, but I've taken the training in art that I got in college and photography, and I've started trying to do my own company. So I've actually applied to have my own company, set up a business checking account, and have worked with different clients and stuff. So that's the path that I've chosen to take, and it's what's made me happiest. And I think that's a big part of this. You have to find what's going to make you happy. As far as the house goes, like I said, I was very lucky in that regard. It's because of the nature of my disability, it being an accident. Insurance settlement had to pay for a lot of stuff. So I know not everybody has that luxury.
Great. Thanks, Milo. Rachel?